Last night, I had an interesting, fun conversation with two friends of mine about whether or not AI will take their jobs. They're two very successful writers, directors. One works for a large company as the creative director, and one has written and directed many movies, some of which you may have seen. And they were both fearful that AI may be taking their jobs, as are many people. They are not alone. 42% of Americans fear that AI will make them redundant, make them lose their jobs. And if they don't lose their jobs, make them less important at their companies. This is a common fear, and it is growing. So let's talk about it. In 2005, Ray Kurzweil wrote a book called The Singularity is Near, wherein he talked about a lot of things, but one of the themes was that in some point in the future, AI development will move so fast, technology will move at such a fast speed that it will be hard for most people to keep up with the developments that are happening every single day. And I believe that we are now in that time where developments are happening so fast, especially in AI, after the launch of ChatGPT, that it's hard to keep up with all of the developments. In fact, last week when ChatGPT launched their open APIs and they're launching their plugins, the next day or maybe 2 days later, Expedia announced that they were launching a travel planner where users can go and type in their itinerary and out will come a full itinerary. Well, they'll type in where they want to go and out will come a full itinerary of all the suggestions and flights and hotels and suggestions for things to see and where to go. That is completely what they're looking for. It's a beta and it's the first thing that's out, but I use that to illustrate that it happened so quickly. It was within a couple of days that this was announced, where products can be developed so fast on the backs of ChatGPT. And ChatGPT is only one AI product. I know it's gotten a lot of press recently, but it's only one product, one that is sucking all the oxygen out of the room. But Google has come out with their Bard, and other companies are coming out with similar products. So we're going to see this pace accelerate faster and faster, which is the reason why 1,000 AI experts, including Elon Musk, Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple, and many others, published a letter last week asking for a pause of just 6 months in the development of AI until a shared safety protocol is developed. I thought this was interesting because of the time period. They didn't ask for a permanent pause or a pause for a couple of years until we figure this out. It was just 6 months. I think that's interesting because, in other words, they're saying that a lot can happen in 6 months. 6 months could spell the end of humanity if we aren't careful. It's basically what they said. Sam Altman was noticeably not one of the signatories. He is the CEO of OpenAI. Sundar Pichai and Satya Nadella, the CEOs of Alphabet and Microsoft, respectively, also didn't sign the letter, nor have they commented on the letter. Some of the co-signatories included the CEO of Stability AI, researchers at Alphabet owned DeepMind, and AI founders and luminaries like Yoshua Bengio, often referred to as one of the godfathers of AI, and Stuart Russell, who is a pioneer in AI research. Even Russian President Vladimir Putin has stated that AI has huge potential, but also there are huge rewards. He said, quote, and it comes with, referring to AI, colossal opportunities, but also threats that are difficult to predict. Whoever becomes the leader in the sphere will become the ruler of the world. That is quite a statement, especially coming from Vladimir Putin. Whoever becomes the leader in AI will become ruler of the world, whether it is a nation state or multiple nation states or a corporation. Whoever is the leader will become ruler of the world. So when some people call for a pause in AI for 6 months, do you think anybody with those kind of rewards at stake is going to pause development of AI? I most certainly do not think so. Development in AI will continue forward at a faster and faster pace. In the early 1800s, there was a group of British textile workers referred to as the Luddites, named after Ned Ludd, who were afraid that machines were going to replace them. So they replaced their labor. So they started smashing machines and revolting. And I wonder, or many people wonder, are we in that same situation when we're calling for the slowdown of technology? Are we like the Luddites? I think we're way beyond that. I don't think there is any stopping technology, just like there was no stopping technology in the 1800s, and the Luddites pretty much got run over. We think of them as kind of a quaint side note of history because they're fighting against the advancement of technology. One of the developments that is possibly imminent, that has been predicted for a long, long time, is the emergence of AGI, or artificial general intelligence. AGI is basically a AI being able to do anything that a human can do. And when that happens, the AIs will be able to do every white-collar job. And then once that AI is put inside of a robot, then they'll be able to do every blue-collar job and every job. A robot like the Tesla bot, which was released recently by Tesla in their AI Day presentation, where Elon Musk stated that eventually the Tesla bot will be manufactured and sold for less than $20,000. He anticipates these bots first being in factories, but then being in every home in the world, which is why he also said that the revenue potential or size of the company is larger than Tesla, that this bot product could be larger than the company of Tesla because of its potential. So when you take all of those together, the rapid advancements in AI, the advancements in bot technology from Boston Dynamics and from the Tesla bot, which, by the way, when they released it, was only in development for 6 months, and it was already pretty good. It's based on the same AIs that run the cars. When you see those kind of technologies going so fast, where the leaders in the industry are calling for things to slow down, which is not going to happen, and they're going to converge, that could be a problem for your job. What does that mean for your paycheck, for your employment? What does the future hold? I see 3 different possibilities. One is AI is used to augment your current job, which is currently happening a lot with ChatGPT, where people are using it to write scripts or help them with copywriting or books or programming, and then they get the output from the AI, and then they tweak it to make it more personal. And as that gets better and better, it will help augment jobs like writers and create graphic designers and other people, and it will just make people more productive. And that would be a great outcome for society if people can just be more productive, which is what happened during the Industrial Revolution, which is how the Luddites were actually wrong, because the technology that came out of the Industrial Revolution, even the computer, just augmented the productivity. Productivity has gone up in the last 200 years because of the advancements in technology. But that may not be the case here, because this technology is so much different. It's so much more advanced, where eventually, and I believe soon, we'll be thinking like a human. I saw a demo just a couple of days ago from a YouTuber that was going through ChatGPT and demonstrating that it has the initial ability to perform AGI-like tasks, where it doesn't have to give the user doesn't have to give specific instructions to the AI. It just says, do this one task, and then ChatGPT built out a whole list of things that needed to be done to do that task. And now that it is connected to the internet, it could go out and research each of those tasks. It could make appointments. It could actually perform those tasks to achieve the desired results. It was very rudimentary, but it showed that even though that's not what we might consider intelligence, it can think about ways to achieve something. It can make decisions. It can do research. It can choose between A and B. And that is the beginnings of AI. So the second option is it will create new jobs, which is what also happened during the Industrial Revolution. 100 years ago or 50 years ago, there weren't people performing jobs like graphic designer or influencer, or most of the tech industry, the pharmaceutical industry, the finance industry. A lot of these industries are new. jobs now are much different than they were 100 years ago. And then number 3 is it will eliminate all jobs. This is one of the reasons why a lot of the tech founders are proponents of UBI, Universal Basic Income, because they fear that this technology that they're building will eliminate so many jobs that governments and corporations will need to give back money to people that are out of a job. Sam Altman, one of the founders of OpenAI that makes ChatGPT, has said that in the next few years, this technology will be able to generate $13,500 per person that will be given to them as a UBI payment. I don't know where he got that figure. Seems kind of random to me. But what I noticed about that is I can't live on $13,500, and most people can't. And that's not enough to live on if AI takes everybody's jobs. Even if it's twice that, it's still hard to live on. So what do you do to prepare? I can't predict the future. I don't know what's going to happen. None of us do. But what we do know is that the development of AI is progressing so fast that it is very uncertain what is going to happen. Or as Ray Kurzweil says, that we reach that point where the future is unknowable, called the singularity. When we reach that point, we don't know what's going to happen next. And we are rapidly reaching to that point where we don't know what is going to happen next. So how can we prepare? How can we make ourselves more financially stable and able to withstand this kind of progress? I have 3 suggestions. One is develop strong relationships. As they say, your net worth is your network. Focus on developing a network. So if you get laid off, or you have to look for a new job, you have to reskill, that you've got that network that you can rely on, that you can look for new opportunities and have people there to help you, and maybe you can help other people. Because the one thing that will be last taken over by the AI is personal skills. It's the soft skills, the human touch. So develop skills. There's number 2. Develop skills that only you can do, that are more focused around that soft touch, the interpersonal skills, the networking, the customer service, the things that an AI or a robot can't do. Be the go-to person for one thing. Specialize in that one thing that most people can't do, and an AI or a robot certainly can't do, that you can be known for. You can be the go-to person for that. And then 3, of course, being a finance person and an investment person, is save and invest as much as possible. Because if the robots do take all our jobs, you don't want to be living off of the government. You don't want to be living off of a UBI income that is determined by Silicon Valley, $13,500. You want to maybe get that money, but also have your own money. So focus on paying down your debts, save and invest so you have a cushion in case you get laid off, in case you need a career change, in case you are forced into early retirement. Have FU money. Make yourself un-F-overable. Having that FU money gives you options to do what you want in the future, so you're not dependent on outside forces, whether they be technology advancements, or your boss doesn't like you for some reason, or your company shuts down. Work toward becoming financially independent so you have options no matter what the future throws at you. Because in the next few years, the future is going to be throwing a lot at us, and we need to be prepared. If you are interested in this topic and you want to hear more about it, want to do a deep dive into it, leave a comment below, like and share this video. And I also write a daily newsletter where I go over the news that's happening in the markets and tips on how to achieve financial independence like I did and retired early. If you'd like to get that, go to morningdownload.com, sign up to the free daily newsletter. You can unsubscribe at any time, and I'll see you in the next video.